Hey everybody, I'm Russo, and I do a little work here and there. You are watching Raconteur Weekly, and this week I've been doing a lot of things, but this is probably the coolest, or at least the most complete thing I've done, and by that I mean it is two things. Look at it. Two things. Two keys, actually. And these two keys are from the same series, The Legend of Zelda. The missus has been playing through Twilight Princess, and I've been paying special attention to the stuff in the game, because I want to make stuff, you know. And while usually the stuff would be in miniature, this time it's not. These keys may not be the size that they are in the game, but they are small keys, and really, I suppose they could be smaller, but this is the size I wanted to make them, so it's the size they are. The less detailed of these two keys is from Zelda 2, and I think it'll work fine as a blank. Basically, I've seen a lot of keys from the Zelda universe that, for instance, have writing on the sides, and I think something in Hylian across the shaft of this key would be pretty nice, but I'll just make a mold of it and do all of those changes to the cast version. But yeah, this is one piece, or I suppose it's a bunch of layers, but now it's one piece. All cardstock glued together, and it's a key. So my favorite part is that you can stick your finger through the hole here, and then with that wide tooth, you could potentially use this as a handle in the right lock on the right type of door, say a cabinet or something. Something not too heavy. But yeah, that's neat with a little extra detail. It'll be pretty nice. Of course, this key can only be used in this dungeon, so I'm going to need other keys, for other dungeons. So this second key is actually from Twilight Princess. This is the small key. In the game, it's huge. I mean, it's a gigantic key in the game if you think about it. So I've made it smaller. The missus has ideas about turning this into an earring or something, but we'll have to see. Currently, it is still paper, needs a little bit more smoothing, but in all, it's looking pretty good as is. This is 4 pieces, and I'm working on a little video, I guess you'd call it a Blender tutorial, on how I did this. Wasn't actually that complicated, but here you can see how the pieces come apart, and I took special care to rotate the pieces on the model so that the slicing that I did later would make the most sense and really just be the easiest. You don't want to slice these things diagonally, it just makes a mess. So yeah, those are keys. I wanted to show them now because I'm going to glue this Twilight Princess key together, and you kind of need to see the multiple parts so you can get a good idea of my design process. But yeah, in terms of programs, I just use Blender and 123D Make for these, and maybe a little Illustrator if you're doing something with DXF files. I was, but you don't have to. The Zelda 2 key was simple enough that Illustrator really just wasn't required. But yeah, that's that. Little keys. I like to use these, I guess you call them feelies. I like to have things to just hand out so that people can feel a little more immersed. Plus, I figure maybe if I give them a key, they'll stop rolling their dice around in their hands. I can only take so much. Back to the keys, though, I kind of want to design locks around these keys, and while they might not be something that's directly useful in a game, I don't know, I might be able to find a way. Games like Fallout have a lock-picking minigame, and you never know, something like Dungeons and Dragons could possibly benefit from something like that as well. Of course, there's the problem of designing the thing, but, I got keys to design it around, so it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, so I guess that will be it for me for now. I have to get to making molds for these keys, and, then there are other projects to work on. But don't worry, you'll see more from me soon. So until next time, you've been watching Raconteur Weekly on Russo Works, and I am Russo. Out.